This isn't just another video that stumbled into your feed, a fleeting distraction in a world clamoring for your attention. No, this moment right now is a sacred appointment, a convergence point, meticulously orchestrated by forces far grander than chance. The truth I'm about to unveil is a personal message, a direct conduit from the divine delivered to you in this precise instant. Understand this with the deepest certainty of your soul. This message is specifically for you. You are not merely a viewer. You are a recipient chosen and destined for an elevation so profound, it will utterly transform the very fabric of your existence. For too long you might have felt a subtle, persistent whisper of something more, a stirring that life's current path, however challenging, was merely a prelude to a magnificent symphony yet to begin. That symphony is about to burst forth. Tonight, you are standing at the threshold of an unprecedented shift, a moment that will redefine what you believe is possible. The divine architect of the universe, who crafted every star and every living breath, has set aside an inheritance beyond your wildest dreams. We're talking about billions, not merely as a figure of speech, but as a tangible, overwhelming torrent of abundance. And here's the absolute, unshakable truth. God says it's your turn tonight to acclaim it. The gates of divine wealth, once seemingly locked and distant, are not just creaking open. They are swinging wide with a celestial force beckoning you forward. Your name, intricately etched in radiant gold, gleams upon these magnificent doors, marking you as the rightful inheritor. This isn't a whimsical dream, a fleeting fantasy conjured in the quiet of a hopeful heart. This is a covenant, a solemn promise from the Creator himself, etched into the very fabric of the heavens, ready to cascade down upon your life. The universe is aligning, the stars are repositioning, and an energetic current of prosperity is now flowing directly toward you. This isn't coincidence, it is destiny. Feel that truth resonate deep within your core, igniting a spark of recognition. A massive spiritual shift is underway, a seismic event in the unseen realms poised to inundate your life with an abundance that will stagger your imagination. Stay connected, because every single word you hear from this moment forward is not merely information. It is a key, a potent instrument, forged to unlock the hidden treasures that have always been rightfully yours. Your life, I know, has been a crucible, a relentless journey through trials and tribulations, hasn't it? You've walked through desolate valleys, where shadows whispered insidious doubts, where the path ahead seemed blocked by insurmountable obstacles, stacking against you like impenetrable walls. The weight of financial uncertainty, the quiet desperation of sleepless nights, spent contemplating a future that felt utterly stuck, the gnawing anxiety about finding your true purpose in a chaotic world. These are not strangers to you. I understand that suffocating feeling of being trapped, of watching others seemingly glide through life while you battle relentless currents. Perhaps you've asked, why me, why this struggle? This isn't just your story, it's a narrative shared by many, a testament to the profound human experience of enduring hardship. But here's the profound truth, the golden thread, weaving through every challenging chapter. Those moments were never designed to break you. They were meticulously crafted, divinely ordained to forge you. Every single struggle, every silent tear shed in the darkness, every exhausting sleepless night spent wrestling with your anxieties, each was a deliberate chisel in the hand of God, painstakingly shaping you. He wasn't punishing you. He was preparing you, honing you into a vessel of unparalleled strength and resilience, capable of not just carrying, but majestically containing the vastness of his coming wealth. The world, with its limited vision and fleeting judgments, may have labeled you as ordinary, perhaps even overlooked you. But the heavens, the eternal archives of truth, have always recognized your extraordinary essence. They have known from the very beginning of time that you were destined for something far greater than meeting mediocrity. Tonight, that profound truth isn't just a whisper. It breaks free like a roaring current, shattering old perceptions and revealing the magnificent reality of who you truly are. The billions that God has promised are not merely an influx of currency. They are a profound symbol of His absolute trust in you, a resounding testament to your unyielding, unshakable faith through every storm. Think of Joseph, a name etched into the annals of history, a man sold into slavery by his own brothers, cast into a desolate prison, and utterly forgotten by those he had selflessly helped. The world saw a nobody, an abandoned soul, a prisoner stripped of his dignity. Yet God, in His infinite wisdom, saw a ruler, a visionary leader whose wisdom would save nations. In one breathtaking, divinely orchestrated moment, Joseph transcended from the grimy depths of a dungeon to the opulent chambers of a palace, from the cold embrace of chains to the commanding stewardship of Egypt's immense wealth. He didn't just receive, he rose. That very same divine shift, that breathtaking, instantaneous transformation, is not just a historical anecdote. It is unfolding for you tonight. The years of patient waiting, of holding on to belief when every external sign, every skeptical voice, every challenging circumstance screamed for you to give up. All of it has culminated in this singular, pivotal moment. God's powerful hand is actively moving, orchestrating a complex ballet of cosmic forces, meticulously rearranging circumstances in your favor. He is not merely opening doors. He is demolishing walls, unlocking portals that no human force, no earthly power can possibly shut. Your unwavering faithfulness, your steadfast commitment through the lean seasons has not gone unnoticed. It has, in fact, captured His divine eye, and He is now declaring with absolute authority, it's time. Pause for a second right here, right now, and allow that potent truth to deeply saturate every fiber of your being. Let it sink in, like a life-giving rain nourishing the parched ground of past disappointments. You are not here by accident. This isn't a random click, a serendipitous scroll. The very creator of the entire universe, the one who breathed galaxies into existence, has called you by your name. Yes, your name. Chosen one. He is not offering you meager scraps or insignificant leftovers. No. He is extending His hand, placing directly into yours the undisputed keys to an astounding legacy of billions. This isn't about the exhausting, often futile chase for wealth. It's about gracefully and powerfully receiving what has already been divinely assigned to you, meticulously prepared for your stewardship since before time began. Your innermost heart recognizes this truth, doesn't it? That fervent stirring in your spirit, that unyielding fire that refused to be extinguished even in the face of despair, that, my friend, sits God Himself, whispering, get ready. Prepare for your unprecedented harvest. If you feel that undeniable surge of recognition, that thrilling current of anticipation electrifying your being, then hit that like button right now. Let it be a declaration, a thunderous echo across the digital realm, proclaiming your claim to this moment. And more profoundly, subscribe to join a rapidly growing community of thousands of chosen souls, a vibrant family of destiny shapers who are walking this extraordinary path together, supporting and inspiring and elevating one another. What does it truly mean to step into billions? It transcends mere numbers, accumulating in a bank account, an abstract figure on a digital ledger. It is at its core the profound embodiment of freedom, the boundless liberty to live out your divinely appointed purpose, without any limitations, without any constraints imposed by scarcity or fear. It is the tangible power, the undeniable influence, to uplift others from their struggles, to build magnificent structures of hope and opportunity, to heal profound wounds, and to catalyze genuine transformative change in a world desperately yearning for light. God's wealth, when it flows into your life, is not an end in itself. It comes with a sacred calling, an undeniable mandate. to be a radiant beacon of His light, to unequivocally demonstrate to the entire world what truly happens when unwavering faith converges with unstoppable divine favor. Picture this vivid reality. Your hands are not merely full. They are overflowing, not just with financial resources, but with an endless wellspring of opportunities to innovate, to create solutions where none existed, to give generously and strategically, and to catalyze profound transformations that ripple across communities and nations. Consider the rise of impact investing, a phenomenon where capital is channeled not just for financial return, but for demonstrable social and environmental good. Your billions aren't just for personal gain. They are a powerful engine for this kind of purposeful change, allowing you to fund initiatives that alleviate poverty, foster education, or drive sustainable development in ways traditional funding mechanisms cannot. The adversary, the enemy of your soul and your destiny, has tirelessly attempted to keep you confined, to convince you of your insignificance, to shroud your true potential in the suffocating cloak of smallness. But God, the commander of the heavens, declares with an unhearing voice, "No more." Tonight, with every fiber of your being aligned with this divine decree, you step resoundingly into the elite 1%. He has specifically chosen for monumental greatness. Your ascent is not a privilege, it is a profound responsibility, a testament to your endurance. Let's talk about timing, for it is a concept often misunderstood. God's clock, the grand chronometer of the cosmos, does not tick with the hurried, anxious rhythm of our human perception. You might have found yourself in moments of quiet contemplation, wondering why the long-awaited breakthrough hadn't materialized, why that cherished promise felt perpetually distant, perpetually just beyond your grasp. But every perceived delay, every seemingly closed door, every disheartening setback was in fact a masterpiece of divine orchestration. Each was a layer of protection, a strategic repositioning, a setup for an infinitely grander comeback. Think of a seasoned farmer, patiently toiling through seasons, sowing precious seeds of hope, tending to the soil with unwavering diligence, and patiently awaiting the inevitable harvest. You, my friend, have been that faithful farmer, meticulously sowing seeds of unshakable faith, cultivating profound patience in the face of adversity, and practicing steadfast obedience even when the path was unclear. Now, the very ground beneath your feet is trembling with anticipation, a vibrant tremor, signaling that the harvest is not just near. It is rising, a bountiful, abundant deluge ready for your reaping. Deuteronomy 28:8 echoes this timeless promise. The Lord will command the blessing on you in your barns and in all that you undertake. That powerful divine command, an irrevocable decree from the sovereign of all creation, is active and resonating for you tonight. Chosen one, you've witnessed it, haven't you? Others, perhaps those who seemed less prepared, less faithful, even less deserving in your human estimation, ascend to positions of influence or acquire sudden prosperity. Maybe it stung a bitter taste of perceived unfairness. But understand this crucial truth. God was never overlooking you. He was with meticulous precision preparing you. The billions He is now releasing are not for those who stumble into wealth by mere chance or fleeting luck. No, they are reserved for the select 1%, those extraordinary souls who have been refined by the scorching fires of adversity, who have courageously trusted Him when the cacophony of the world screamed for them to surrender. You are not just receiving wealth. You are stepping into a sacred mantle, becoming a wise and powerful steward of His boundless kingdom. Your hands, tempered by trials and purified by faith, are now ready to carry a weight of blessing and immense responsibility that others lacking your unique preparation could simply not sustain. Now dare to imagine that precise, electrifying moment when it all happens. A sudden phone call, an unexpected email, a chance encounter that shifts the very trajectory of your life. Something clicks, a cosmic lock turning, and suddenly, miraculously, the floodgates of abundance burst open. Opportunities you never even conceived of begin to manifest. Resources you didn't know existed once hidden behind an invisible veil now flow effortlessly and strategically toward you. This is not some fanciful hallucination, a fleeting mirage of wishful thinking. This is the profound reality of divine orchestration, a grand design unfolding with perfect precision. God is actively aligning people, synchronizing places and converging moments with breathtaking accuracy to deliver the very promises He has meticulously etched for your life. Your sacred task is not to desperately force these events, to manipulate outcomes, or to struggle against the current. Your true work is to simply yet powerfully receive it. Trust with an unshakable conviction that He is already moving every piece on the cosmic chessboard, positioning them for your ultimate triumph. Your ungearing faith, your steadfast belief through every season has laid a foundation so robust, so impregnable, that it is now strong enough to not only attract, but to securely hold billions. If this profound truth is resonating deep within your soul, sending shivers of recognition through your being, then type 77 into the comments right now. This isn't just a number. It carries the sacred vibration of the divine completion, a powerful signal sent straight to the heavens, declaring with absolute certainty that you are ready, fully prepared to step into what has always been unequivocally yours. Don't just observe. Declare it with every ounce of your body. Let the entire universe, seen and unseen, bear witness to your unwavering commitment, your bold claim to your rightful place among the 1%. God Himself is watching, and He is smiling upon you, a radiant affirmation of your steadfast faithfulness through every storm. Now the clouds that once obscured your vision are parting, and the brilliant, unadulterated light of His favor is breaking through, illuminating your path forward. Let's confront the shadowy presence that has undoubtedly tried to derail your journey, the enemy. He's been tirelessly at work, hasn't he? Whispering insidious lies into the quiet corners of your mind, planting seeds of doubt that you're not enough, that such immense wealth is reserved for others, that your dreams are simply too audacious, too grand for someone like you. He has masterfully thrown every distraction imaginable, engineered agonizing delays, and seeded profound doubts along your path, all with the singular malicious hope that you would eventually surrender, that you would simply quit. But here's the blazing truth, a revelation that shatters every one of his deceptive narratives. Every single lie he has ever told you was in fact irrefutable proof of your extraordinary calling. The enemy in his cunning does not waste his precious time on the ordinary, on those without significant purpose. He is utterly terrified of you, precisely because you are chosen. Isaiah 54:17 stands as an eternal decree. No weapon formed against you shall prosper. Every one of those lies is powerless, stripped of its ability to harm you. Every obstacle he erected is crumbling, reduced to dust beneath your advancing feet. Tonight, you are not merely stepping over these fallen barriers. You are soaring beyond them, launching directly into the magnificent destiny that has been meticulously prepared for you. Reflect upon the iconic figure of David, a humble shepherd boy, facing a colossal, boastful giant named Goliath. The world, with its cynical laughter and limited perspective, saw an impossible mismatch, a foolish endeavor. But God, with His omniscient gaze, saw not a boy, but a future king, a valiant leader. David didn't require heavy armor or vast wealth to achieve victory. He needed only one thing: unshakable faith. You, chosen one, possess that very same audacious faith, forged in the fires of your own trials. The billions that God is now releasing into your stewardship are not merely for you to live a life of comfortable ease, a tranquil existence devoid of struggle. No, they are a divine arsenal, a potent weapon for you to slay giants in your own era, to construct empires of hope and innovation, and to forge a legacy that will echo, reverberate, and inspire through countless generations. Your impending wealth is not just a personal blessing, it is a strategic weapon, a formidable tool to unequivocally demonstrate to a watching world the extraordinary feats God can accomplish through one faithful, courageous soul. Now let's descend from the sublime to the practical. Divine blessings, particularly those of this magnitude, do not typically fall upon the idle. You have undoubtedly been praying with fervent intensity, believing against all odds, and waiting with remarkable patience. But the critical question now is, are you truly ready to act? When that grand door swings open, will you boldly walk through it? When that unprecedented opportunity presents itself, will you seize it with both hands with unwavering conviction? God is not simply dropping billions into your lap without prior preparation. He has been meticulously equipping you with wisdom, sharpening your discernment, and infusing you with strength, all specifically for this monumental moment. Proverbs 16:3 affirms this divine partnership. Commit your work to the Lord and your plans will be established. Start small if you must, but most importantly, start. Your decisive actions are powerful signals to God, an undeniable declaration that you are not just waiting, but actively ready to partner with His divine plan. Picture Abraham, a patriarch whose name resonates through millennia, called by God to abandon everything familiar, his homeland, his kin, his comfort zone, for a promised land he had never seen, a destination utterly unknown. He didn't possess a meticulously drawn map, only a profound, unwavering promise. Yet he moved. He took that audacious step into the unknown, and because of his obedient, courageous movement, God made him the father of countless nations, a legacy that continues to impact humanity today. You, my friend, are standing at your own divine crossroads tonight, a moment pregnant with possibility. The promise of billions is not a myth. It is a tangible, living reality. But it demands something profound from you. Your absolute trust, your unyielding courage, your profound willingness to move, to step out the instant God says go. Do not succumb to the temptation of waiting for perfect conditions, for every star to align impeccably. Step out in faith, even a tremor of faith, and watch with awe as the path miraculously unfolds before you. This monumental blessing, let's be clear, is not about the corrosive grip of greed. God's wealth, when bestowed upon His chosen, is never about hoarding, about selfish accumulation, or about building impenetrable walls around your blessings. It is unequivocally about overflow. The billions He is entrusting to you are not meant to stagnate within your personal coffers. They are destined to flow through you, becoming a vibrant, life-giving river, touching countless lives, mending broken hearts, and bringing to fruition dreams that once seemed utterly unreachable. Think of Solomon, whose legendary wisdom and unparalleled wealth were not merely for his personal enrichment, but served to elevate and empower an entire nation, transforming its destiny. Your blessing, chosen one, is infinitely bigger than just you. It is a generational blessing intended for your beloved family, for your community, for the global tapestry of humanity. God has handpicked you to be a living, breathing channel of His boundless goodness, a tangible, irrefutable proof to the world that He is a God who keeps His promises, a living testament to His faithfulness. If you feel an unquenchable fire igniting in your spirit, a profound sense of purpose stirring deep within your soul, hit that like button to permanently seal this sacred moment. And if you haven't yet, subscribe right now to officially join the dynamic, ever-expanding community of thousands of chosen souls who are actively stepping into their divine calling, moving together toward a future redefined by abundance and purpose. This isn't merely a video you're consuming. It is a pivotal turning point, a watershed moment in the narrative of your life. Your presence here is not a random happenstance. You are here because God, in His infinite wisdom and boundless love, personally led you to this very message. Tonight, you are joining the ranks of the extraordinary one force, those destined for billions, not through mere luck or a roll of the dice, but through the profound, unyielding power of His divine predetermined plan for your life. Let's confront the insidious adversary of progress, fear. It has been a constant companion, hasn't it? That quiet, persistent voice, whispering doubts, questioning, what if it doesn't happen? What if I'm not truly ready to handle such magnitude? But understand this immutable truth. Fear is an absolute, unrepentant liar. God, the unwavering architect of your journey, did not bring you this far, through every trial and trauma, only to abandon you at the precipice of your greatest breakthrough. Joshua 1:9 stands as a powerful decree. Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid. Do not be discouraged, for the Lord your God will be with you wherever you go. The billions that are patiently awaiting you are not a precarious gamble, a risky venture into the unknown. They are an ironclad guarantee, a steadfast promises from the one who has never failed, who cannot fail. Step boldly past the deceptive shadows of fear. It is nothing more than an illusion, and you, my friend, are courageously walking in the brilliant, unadulterated light of His favor. Consider the remarkable story of Esther, a young woman unexpectedly thrust into a royal role she never sought, facing monumental fear, paralyzing doubt, and the crushing weight of an entire kingdom's destiny on her young shoulders. Yet she bravely stepped forward, uttering the legendary words, "If I perish, I perish." Her audacious courage did not lead to her demise. It saved an entire nation from annihilation. Your courage tonight, that inner fortitude you've honed through adversity, is the very key that unlocks these billions, not just for your personal enrichment, but for the magnificent world-changing purpose God has intricately woven into the tapestry of your being. You are not just receiving wealth. You are receiving a profound responsibility, a sacred charge to illuminate His light brighter, farther, and more powerfully than ever before. Now let's unravel the mystery of the 1%. Why such a seemingly exclusive group? It's not about elitism or divine favoritism. It's because not everyone possesses the unwavering faith to truly believe in the face of impossible odds. Not everyone will maintain their steadfast course when the winds of adversity howl. The 1% are those rare souls who possess the discernment to hear God's voice amidst the clamor of the world and the courage to act upon it. They are the ones who dare to trust when the world around them is drowning in skepticism, who stand firm and unyielding when others waver and fall. You unequivocally belong to that distinguished feature. Why? Because you have already proven your unshakable faith through the crucible of countless trials. You have prayed with fervent hope in the darkest of nights, believed in the profound silence when answers seemed elusive, and stood tall and unbroken amidst the fiercest storms of life. Tonight, with a voice that echoes through eternity, God declares it's your turn. Close your eyes for a moment and vividly visualize it. Imagine a life where the gnawing pangs of lack and scarcity are nothing more than a distant, forgotten memory, vanished from your present reality. You awaken each day, not with dread, but with a profound sense of peace, knowing instinctively that every single one of your needs is abundantly met, that your grandest dreams are not just aspirations, but fully funded realities, and that your divine purpose is crystal clear, shining like a guiding star. This isn't some ethereal fantasy, a mere figment of an overactive imagination. This is God's meticulously crafted plan for you. These billions are not the ultimate goal. They are a powerful tool, a master key designed to unlock doors you didn't even know existed, portals to opportunities and impact you once thought impossible. They are the means, the divine leverage to live out the magnificent destiny that has been intricately etched into the very core of your soul. Psalm 23:1 resonates with profound truth. The Lord is my shepherd. I shall not want. That, my friend, is your new unfolding reality. Now let us take a moment to pause and reflect, to truly absorb the magnitude of what is happening. You have carried burdens for far too long, the suffocating weight of bills, the relentless grip of worries, the heartbreaking deferral of cherished dreams. But tonight, right here, right now, God is actively, supernaturally lifting those crushing weights from your weary shoulders. He is declaring with absolute authority and tender compassion, I've got this. Release it all to me. The billions that are flowing into your life are not just about raw wealth, about numerical figures. They are about something far more precious to found freedom. Freedom to breathe deeply unburdened by financial anxiety. Freedom to create with uninhibited passion, unleashing your inherent genius. Freedom to give generously and strategically without the paralyzing grip of fear. You are not merely stepping into money. You are stepping into a radiant new identity, an undeniable mantle as God's chosen steward, entrusted with the magnificent responsibility of His boundless abundance. Now let's expand our vision to the concept of legacy. The wealth God is bestowing upon you is not designed for a single lifetime, a fleeting moment in the sands of time. It is a generational blessing, intended to stretch influence and impact for generations to come, echoing through the corridors of eternity. Think of the monumental impact you are poised to make. Schools being built in underserved communities, countless families lifted from the clutches of poverty, entire communities transformed, revitalized, and infused with new hope. Your billions are not a dead end. They are a dynamic seed planted with divine intent, destined to grow into a sprawling, flourishing forest of blessings that will nourish souls for centuries. God is not simply blessing you in isolation. He is extending His favor to those who will follow in your footsteps, those who will inherit your mantle, those who will proudly recount your story as irrefutable proof of His unwavering faithfulness. Your names etched into the annals of history will become a beacon of hope, a powerful testament to what transpires when the sovereign of the universe declares it's your turn. Consider the profound story of Noah, a man ridiculed and mocked by his contemporaries for diligently constructing an ark in the middle of a parched desert, a feat that seemed utterly nonsensical to the limited human mind. The world, with its cynical laughter, saw a fool, an eccentric, perhaps even a madman. But God, with His eternal foresight, saw a faithful servant, a man of unwearying obedience. When the inevitable floods came, not only did Noah's steadfast faith save his immediate family, but it secured the very future of humanity. Your faith tonight, that persistent flame burning within you, is actively building an ark, not for floods of future, but for an unprecedented overflowing flood of abundance. The world around you may not comprehend it yet. They may dismiss your aspirations, but they will inevitably see your billions in their tangible manifestation, and transformative impact will speak a language far louder, far more convincing than any of their lingering doubts. This precise moment, where destiny and divine promise converge, is sacred. You are standing on holy ground, a hallowed space, where ancient prophecies are fulfilled, where long-awaited promises blossom into vibrant reality, and where magnificent destinies are birthed. God is not merely bestowing wealth upon you. He is granting you profound authority, a sacred mandate to shape, to build, to lead with divine wisdom and grace. The 1% are not chosen because they are flawless or immune to human frailty. They are chosen because they possess the courage to trust even when the path ahead is obscured. You have valiantly trusted Him through the refining fires of adversity, and now in His boundless wisdom, He is entrusting you with His most precious treasures. Feel that profound shift, that spiritual tremor deep within your spirit. That is God Himself moving, orchestrating the miraculous. The billions are not a distant, nebulous dream. They are coming tonight, not in some vague, far-off timeline, but in a real, palpable, tangible shift that will undeniably alter your reality. Opportunities are not just aligning, they are colliding. Connections once unseen are forming with lightning speed. Doors that were once impenetrable are now bursting open with divine force. You don't need to possess a complete panoramic view of the entire path laid out before you. Your only task is to courageously take the very next step. God, the Master Navigator, has already secured the rest. Let's talk about the profound power of gratitude. When the billions inevitably manifest, and mark my words, they will, do not forget to cast your gaze backward. Remember those silent nights you spent in fervent prayer, the arduous days you held on with sheer tenacity, the pivotal moments you consciously chose unwavering faith over paralyzing fear. Those very moments, those quiet acts of endurance, were the invisible bricks that built this monumental breakthrough. Psalm 107:1 echoes across time. Give thanks to the Lord, for He is good. His love endures forever. Your profound gratitude will serve as your anchor, keeping you firmly grounded perpetually, reminding you that this magnificent wealth is ultimately His, lovingly entrusted to you for His boundless glory and the advancement of His kingdom. Imagine the biblical figure of Ruth, a humble gleaner in the fields, utterly unaware that God was meticulously leading her to Boaz, to a profound legacy that would eventually give birth to kings. Your steps, much like hers, have been divinely guided, each choice you've made in faith, leading you inexorably to this very night. These billions are your Boaz moment, chosen one. A divine appointment, a sacred convergence where God Himself declares with absolute certainty, you're ready. Trust Him implicitly and bravely walk into it. This isn't about forcibly transforming you into someone entirely new, an artificial construct. It is about revealing and unleashing the magnificent individual you have always been, the person God intricately designed you to be before time began. The world, with its fleeting judgments, may have relentlessly tried to dim your inherent light, to stifle your brilliance, but God, the divine flamekeeper, has been actively fanning that inner spark into an unquenchable blaze. These billions are not just a blessing, they are fuel for that sacred fire within you, a divine catalyst, to shine even brighter, to reach even further, to love even deeper. You are not merely joining the one Marseille, you are redefining it, showcasing to a watching world the extraordinary transformative power God's chosen ones can wield. If you feel this profound truth burning like an unyielding flame within your soul, hit that like button to seal this moment permanently. Subscribe to stand shoulder to shoulder with thousands of chosen souls bravely claiming their divine inheritance. Tonight is not just a moment, it is a movement. You are stepping into billions not by chance, but by divine decree. Let's talk about vision, a critical component of your new reality. God is not bestowing billions upon you simply to keep you comfortable, to cushion your existence. He is giving them to profoundly expand your sight, to elevate your perspective. See beyond your immediate needs, beyond the confines of your city, beyond the limitations of your own lifetime. Envision a world transformed by your hands, your heart, your unwavering faith. Habakkuk 2:3 assures us, for the vision awaits its appointed time. It hastens to the end, it will not lie. Your grand vision, that divine blueprint etched within your spirit, is not just coming to life. It is igniting tonight. Think of Moses, a courageous leader, guiding an entire nation through the perilous expanse of a desert. He did not possess a detailed itinerary of every twist and turn, but he clung fiercely to God's ultimate promise. Your billions are your promised land, chosen one. Not a place of stagnant rest, but a fertile ground to build, to create, to innovate with divine purpose. You are called to lead, to bring forth new solutions, to undeniably demonstrate to the world what becomes possible when the mighty hand of God is upon you. The one freak do not merely receive, they receive. Now let's address the persistent whisper of doubt. It's there, isn't it? Gnawing at the edges of your conviction, questioning, is this truly real? Can I honestly trust this magnitude of promise? But understand this profound truth. Doubt is nothing more than the enemy's desperate final stand. He knows what is coming. He sees the billions God has meticulously prepared for you, and he trembles in fear. John 10:10 boldly declares, "The thief comes only to steal and kill and destroy. I came that they may have life and have it abundantly." Choose unequivocally Christ's abundant life over the enemy's insidious lies. Tonight, doubt dies, its power stripped away, and unwavering faith rises triumphant within you. Picture the woman at the well, burdened by a history of brokenness and shame, yet chosen by Jesus for a profound divine encounter. A single transformative conversation did not just change her life. It impacted her entire village, reshaping her legacy for eternity. Tonight is your encounter. Chosen one. God speaking directly to you, resonating deep within your soul, declaring, "Your billions are here. Step into them now." Will you listen? Will you boldly move? The immense wealth God is entrusting to you is sacred. It is holy. It is not for selfish accumulation or fleeting indulgence, but for a sacred eternal purpose. Like the parable of the talents in Matthew 25, God is entrusting you with much because you have proven faithful with little. Your billions are a sacred trust, a powerful call to steward His unparalleled resources with profound wisdom, unwavering integrity, and boundless love. You are ready, not because you are perfect, but because His perfection, His divine grace is actively at work within you. Type 777 in the comments if you are claiming this holy trust. Declare to the heavens and to every unseen force that you are stepping into the 100% unequivocally ready to carry God's wealth with purpose, with power, with unwavering commitment. The enemy is watching, but he is utterly powerless. God's promise is stronger than any opposition, and tonight it is irrevocably yours. Let's speak of impact, a concept far grander than mere personal prosperity. Your billions are not merely for you. They are a divine conduit for the world. Imagine the countless lives you will touch, the groundbreaking dreams you will fund, the profound hope you will restore to the desolate. God has chosen you to be a life-giving river, not a stagnant reservoir. Your wealth will flow, breaking chains of poverty, building futures of promise, and spreading His boundless love like wildfire. Malachi 3:10 issues a powerful challenge. "Test me in this," says the Lord Almighty, "and see if I will not throw open the floodgates of heaven." Test Him tonight, chosen one, and witness with your own eyes as those floodgates burst open. Consider Paul, once a zealous persecutor of believers, miraculously transformed into God's most influential messenger. His powerful words still echo through centuries, transforming lives across the globe. Your billions are your voice, an amplified instrument of God's truth, resonating through every act of generosity, every dream you bring to life, every strategic investment you make in His kingdom. You are not just becoming wealthy. You are a world changer specifically chosen for this defining moment in history. This is your night, chosen one. The billions are more than currency. They are a mantle of authority, a divine assignment to showcase God's magnificent power to a world yearning for tangible proof. You have been faithful in the shadows. Now step boldly into His radiant light. The 1% is not an exclusive club. It is a sacred calling, and you have been undeniably called. Are you ready? The heavens themselves are waiting with bated breath. Let's talk about preparation, a process often painful, but always purposeful. God has been meticulously working in you, hasn't He? Every agonizing challenge, every moment you believed you would surely break, was Him sharpening your edges, strengthening your resolve, readying you for the immense weight of billions. Like a flawless diamond formed under unimaginable pressure, you have been expertly crafted for this moment. The world, with its superficial gaze, sees your struggles and your scars. But God, with His all-seeing eye, sees your indomitable strength. Tonight, that strength is not just acknowledged, it is unleashed. The billions are not merely a gift. They are a crown, a testament to the battles you have victoriously won, a symbol that you are ready to carry His abundance with profound grace and unwavering wisdom. Picture Elijah standing alone on a desolate mountain, confronting the skepticism of an entire nation. He did not waver. He boldly called down fire from heaven, demonstrating God's undeniable power. Your faith is that fire, chosen one. It has been burning fiercely through every trial, every naysayer, every moment of perceived lack. Now God is fanning that flame into an unstoppable blaze of wealth and influence. The billions are your answered prayer, irrefutable proof that He hears you, sees you, and chooses you. Step into this moment, knowing with absolute certainty that you have been prepared for it all along. Now let's talk about sacrifice. The road to billions, to divine fulfillment, is rarely paved with effortless ease. You've undoubtedly surrendered comfort, precious time, perhaps even deferred cherished personal dreams to faithfully follow God's calling. These sacrifices, however painful they may have felt, were never in vain. They were, in fact, profound investments. Every single moment, you consciously chose unwavering faith over paralyzing fear. Obedience over doubt was a potent seed meticulously planted in the fertile ground of eternity. Now those seeds are not just sprouting, they are bursting forth, ready to yield an unprecedented harvest of billions. Galatians 6:7 sees this as an immutable truth. A man reaps what he sows. Your harvest, chosen one, is not just approaching. It is here, ripe for the taking. Consider Hannah, a woman who in her deepest desire offered her long-awaited son Samuel back to God. She didn't cling with desperation. She trusted with absolute surrender. And God, in His infinite generosity, blessed her with more than she could ever imagine. Your sacrifices have not gone unnoticed. They have profoundly caught His divine eye. The billions are His magnificent response, a divine reward for the absolute surrender of your heart. You didn't give up. You gave it to God. Now He is giving back in ways that will leave the entire world in awe. Let's talk about visionaries. The 1% are not merely wealthy. They are audacious builders of dreams that others simply cannot yet perceive. God has chosen you to see what is divinely possible, to dream what is eternally significant. Your billions are not just resources. They are potent tools to paint a future where hope reigns supreme, where countless lives are lifted from despair, where God's boundless love shines as an unquenchable light. You are not just receiving wealth. You are receiving a sacred mandate to create, to innovate, to transform the very fabric of the world with His radiant light. Look at Nehemiah, a man who, against all odds and relentless opposition, courageously rebuilt the walls of Jerusalem. Mocked, threatened, yet he kept building. Your billions are your bricks, chosen one. You are building something eternal, a magnificent legacy of faith, generosity, and transformative immortality. The world may not grasp it yet, but God does. He has entrusted you with billions because He unequivocally trusts your divine vision. Step into it and watch as formidable walls of hope rise, where others once saw only desolate ruins. Now let's speak of authority. The billions God is bestowing upon you come with a powerful mantle of authority, not to dominate, but to serve with divine purpose. You are stepping into a role where your voice will carry profound weight, where your actions will powerfully shift destinies. This isn't about human control. It is about divine stewardship. God has placed His authority in you to move metaphorical mountains, to open impossible doors, and to change countless lives. Luke 10:19 declares, "Behold, I have given you authority to tread on serpents and scorpions, and over all the power of the enemy, and nothing shall injure you." That, my friend, is your inherent power tonight. Think of Deborah, a prophetess, and Buji, who fearlessly led a nation. She did not shrink from her formidable calling. She spoke, judged, and led with God's undeniable strength. Your billions are your gavel, chosen one. They grant you a seat at the table of influence, empowering you to speak life, to lead with divine wisdom, and to unequivocally show the world what God's chosen ones can truly accomplish. You are not just wealthy. You are a formidable force divinely anointed to shape the very future. If this truth is igniting your spirit, hitting that like button is your declaration to claim your authority. Subscribe to join thousands of chosen souls, stepping into their God-given power. Type 777 in the comments to declare you are ready to lead, to build, to carry the mantle of billions with unyielding purpose. Remember the 7-day action plan. For the next 7 days, commit to 15 minutes of quiet contemplation, visualizing this abundance, speaking affirmations of gratitude, and taking one small faith-filled action towards your purpose. Let the change begin now. Now let's talk about timing. You've waited, haven't you? Years, maybe decades, for the promise to unfold. But God's delays are never denials. Every moment of waiting was Him aligning the stars, preparing the ground, strengthening your roots. Ecclesiastes 3:1 says, "There is a time for everything, and a season for every activity under the heavens." Your season of billions is tonight, chosen one. Picture Lazarus, dead for days, yet raised by Jesus' call. The world thought it was over, but God's timing was perfect. Your billions are your resurrection moment, a divine comeback that silences doubters and glorifies God. You didn't give up when the world said it was too late. Now God's saying, arise, step into your season, and watch His promise come alive. Let's talk about influence. Your billions aren't just wealth. They are a platform. God's elevating you to speak to nations, to touch hearts, to shift cultures. You're not just a receiver. You're a sender, carrying His message through every dollar, every decision, every dream you fund. Your influence will ripple, changing lives you'll never meet, building a legacy that outlives you. Consider Joseph of Arimathea, who used his wealth to honor Jesus' body. His act, though small in the moment, echoed through eternity. Your billions are your offering, chosen one. They're a way to honor God, to serve His people, to amplify His love. You're not just rich. You're a vessel of His glory, influencing the world with every step you take. Now let's talk about courage. Stepping into billions requires boldness. The world will watch, some with envy, others with awe. But God's given you a spirit of courage, not fear. 2 Timothy 1:7 says, God gave us a spirit not of fear, but of power and love and self-control. You're ready to call this wealth, to face the scrutiny, to stand tall as His chosen. Think of Gideon, called to lead with just 300 men. He doubted, but God saw his courage. Your billions are your army, chosen one, small in number, but mighty in influence. You don't need the world's approval. You have God's anointing. Step boldly into this calling and watch Him fight your battles. Let's talk about transformation. The billions aren't just changing your bank account. They're changing you. God's refining your heart, your mind, your purpose. This wealth is a mirror showing you who you are meant to be, a leader, a giver, a light. Romans 12:2 says, be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Your billions are renewing you, aligning you with God's eternal plan. Picture Jacob wrestling with God until dawn. He emerged changed with a new name and a new destiny. Your billions are your wrestling moment, chosen one. They are reshaping you not into someone new, but into the person God always saw. Embrace this transformation and step into the identity He's crafted for you. If you're feeling this fire, type 777 in the comments to claim your transformation. Hit that like button to seal this moment and subscribe to walk with thousands of chosen one souls into God's divine plan. Tonight, you're not just receiving billions, you're becoming the one word chosen for a purpose that shakes the earth. Let's talk about destiny. The billions God's releasing to you tonight aren't just a reward. They're a roadmap to your divine purpose. Every dollar, every opportunity is a marker on the path He's laid out for you. You've sensed it, haven't you? That pull towards something greater. A calling that's bigger than your circumstances. Psalm 139:16 says, "Your eyes saw my unformed body. All the days ordained for me were written in your book." Your billions are written in that book, chosen one, destined for this moment. Think of Jeremiah, called to speak truth to a rebellious nation. He felt too young, too small. But God said, "I have put my words in your mouth." Your billions are God's words in your hands, a tool to speak His truth through action. You're not just stepping into wealth. You're stepping into a destiny that reshapes lives, nations, futures. Tonight, that destiny unfaces, and you're ready to walk it. Now let's talk about overflow. God's blessings don't just meet your needs, they spill over, flooding every corner of your life. These billions are a river flowing through you to touch others. Your wealth will build homes, fund dreams, heal hearts. It's not about accumulation, it's about amplification. Malachi 3:10 promises a blessing so great, there will not be room enough to store it. That's your receivable reality now, chosen one. Overflow that changes everything. Picture the feeding of the 5,000. A few loaves and fish in Jesus' hands fed thousands with baskets left over. Your billions are those loaves multiplied by God's touch. Not just blessed, you're a blessing, a conduit of His abundance. The world will see your overflow and know it's not your doing, it's His. Step into this river and let it carry you to places you never imagined. Let's talk about clarity. The billions God's giving you come with a vision sharper than ever. You'll see opportunities where others see obstacles, solutions where others see problems. This wealth isn't clouding your mind. It's clearing it, giving you eyes to see God's plan unfold. Proverbs 29:18 says, "Where there is no vision, the people perish." Your billions are your vision and chosen one, a lens to see the world as God does. Think of Elisha, whose eyes saw chariots of fire when others saw only an army. Your billions are your chariots, revealing God's power in a world blind to it. You'll see paths others miss, connections others overlook, purposes others ignore. This clarity isn't just for you. It's for the lives you'll touch, the dreams you'll ignite. Step into this vision and watch the world shift around you. Now let's talk about resilience. You've been knocked down, haven't you? Yet every time you rose stronger, those moments weren't accidents. They were training. God's been building in you a spirit that can carry billions without breaking. The world sees your scars. God sees your strength. Philippians 4:13 says, "I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me." That strength is why you're among the 1% chosen one. Consider Job, who lost everything yet held fast to his faith. His resilience brought a double portion of blessing. Your billions are your double portion, a testament to your unwavering trust. The enemy tried to crush you, but God used those trials to crown you. You're not just receiving wealth, you're wearing resilience, a badge of honor that sets you apart. Let's talk about connection. Your billions aren't isolating you. They're linking you to others. God's wealth builds bridges, not walls. You'll meet people who share your vision, partners who amplify your purpose, souls who need your light. These connections aren't random. They are divine appointments orchestrated to multiply your impact. Ecclesiastes 4:9 says, "Two are better than one, because they have a good return for their labor." Your billions are your team chosen one. Think of Barnabas, who stood by Paul when others doubted him. His support changed the world. Your billions will draw your Barnabas, those who see your calling and join you. You're not alone in this journey. God's connecting you to a network of purpose, a community of infixties. Embrace these connections and watch your wealth multiply through unity. If you feel this fire, hit that like button to claim your divine connections. Subscribe to stand with thousands of chosen one souls, building God's kingdom together. Type 777 in the comments to declare you're ready to link with those God's chosen for you. Now let's talk about faith in action. Your billions require movement. God's not just handing you wealth, He's handing you a mission. Every step you take, every decision, every risk is a declaration of trust. James 2:17 says, "Faith without works is dead." Your faith is alive, chosen one, and your billions are the proof. Act on the nudges, the ideas, the dreams God's placed in you. Picture Peter stepping out of the boat onto water. The world called it impossible, but Jesus called it faith. Your billions are your water chosen one. Step out even when it feels unsteady. God's not asking for perfection. He's asking for courage. Your actions will turn promises into reality, dreams into embers. Move and watch Him make a way. Let's talk about legacy again, but from a new angle. Your billions aren't just for your children. They're for the world's future. God's chosen you to plant seeds that grow for centuries. Your wealth will fund movements, spark revivals, shift generations. You're not just a billionaire. You're a history maker, writing a story that will outlive you. Psalm 102:18 says, "Let this be written for a future generation, that a people not yet created may praise the Lord." Think of David, whose psalms still comfort millions. His words, inspired by God, became a legacy of faith. Your billions are your psalms chosen one. Acts of generosity, projects of purpose, lives changed. You're writing a story that will echo in eternity. Start now and let your wealth tell of God's glory. Now let's talk about peace. The billions God's giving you aren't chaotic. They're anchored in His calm. This wealth won't steal your rest. It'll deepen it. You'll sleep knowing God's in control. Wake knowing His favor guides you. John 16:33 says, "In me you may have peace." Your billions are wrapped in that peace, chosen one, a gift that keeps you steady in a stormy world. Picture Mary sitting at Jesus' feet while chaos swirled. She chose the better part, His presence. Your billions are your invitation to sit in His peace, to trust His plan, to rest in His provision. The world chases wealth for security. You receive it for serenity. Let this peace guide your decisions and watch your billions multiply in harmony. Let's talk about purpose. Your billions aren't random. They are tied to a divine assignment. God's not blessing you to impress the world. He's blessing you to fulfill His plan. Every dollar is a tool, every opportunity a step toward your calling. Ephesians 2:10 says, "We are God's handiwork, created in Christ Jesus to do good works, which God prepared in advance." Your billions are those works chosen one. Think of Esther again, raised for such a time as this. Your billions are your time, your moment to act, to lead, to love. You're not just wealthy, you're purposeful, chosen to carry out God's heart in a broken world. Embrace this assignment and watch your wealth become a movement. Let's talk about revelation. The billions God's placing in your hands tonight are more than wealth. They are a divine unveiling. You're seeing truths that were once hidden, plans that were once veiled. God's pulling back the curtain, showing you His design for your life. Revelation 3:8 says, I have placed before you an open door that no one can shut. Your billions are that door, chosen one, leading to a future where His glory shines through you. Think of Isaiah, who saw the Lord high and lifted up. That vision changed him, gave him a voice to shake nations. Your billions are your vision, revealing God's purpose in vivid color. You're not just seeing wealth, you're seeing possibilities. Schools rising, communities thriving, lives transformed. This revelation isn't just for you. It's for the world to see what God can do through one faithful soul. Step into this clarity and let it guide your every move. Now let's talk about stewardship. These billions aren't yours to hoard. They're yours to manage. God's entrusted you with His resources, knowing you'll use them wisely. Your heart, tested by trials, is ready to carry this weight. Luke 16:30 says, whoever can be trusted with very little can also be trusted with much. You've been faithful in the small, chosen one, and now the much is here. Picture the parable of the talents. The servant who multiplied his master's gift was called faithful. Your billions are your talents given to multiply for God's kingdom. You're not just a billionaire. You're a steward called to invest, to grow, to bless. Every decision you make with this wealth, seed planted for eternity. Manage it with care and watch God multiply your impact. If this is stirring your spirit, type 777 in the comments to claim your role as a steward. Hit that like button to anchor this responsibility and subscribe to join thousands of chosen one souls carrying God's wealth with purpose. This is your moment to rise, to manage His blessings with wisdom. Let's talk about momentum. The billions God's releasing are like a river gaining speed, unstoppable, carrying you toward your destiny. You felt it building. The prayers answered, the doors cracking open, the dreams stirring. This wealth is the current pushing you faster, further into God's plan. Hebrews 12:1 says, run with perseverance the race marked out for you. Your billions are your wind, chosen one propelling you forward. Think of Elijah outrunning Ahab's chariot. Human strength couldn't do it, but God's power did. Your billions are that power giving you speed to outrun doubt, fear, and limitation. You're not just moving. You're steering, carried by divine momentum. Embrace this flow and let it take you to places you never thought possible. Now let's talk about restoration. The enemy stole from you time, opportunities, peace. But God's a restorer. These billions are His way of giving back what was taken and more. Joel 2:25 says, I will restore to you the years that the locust has eaten. Your billions are that restoration, chosen one, a divine repayment for every loss you've endured. Picture Naomi, who lost everything, yet gained Ruth and a legacy through God's redemption. Your billions are your Ruth moment, a restoration that brings not just wealth, but purpose, joy, and impact. What the enemy meant for harm, God's turning for good. Step into this restoration and watch Him rebuild what was broken.